The vibration of spirit is at such an infinite rate of intensity and rapidity that is practically at rest, just as a rapidly moving wheel seems to be motionless. Woo! Shit! The vibration of spirit, because everything is vibrating, right? According to the law of vibration. The vibration of spirit is at such an infinite rate of intensity and rapidity that is practically at rest, just as a rapidly moving wheel seems to be motionless. I read that in a book, right? On the same book that I read about the law of vibration. I read that on a book, right? And do you know why I remember it? Do you know why I remember that? I don't have the book with me, but that just popped up into my head, right? And I remember it. You know why I remember it? Because when I read it, right, for the first time, and I said, wow, I want to learn that by heart, I repeated it more than 21 times, right? I repeated it like 50 times to a point where now I just thought about it and I remember the whole thing, right? It's embedded in my subconscious mind, which is my body, right? Your body is an organic supercomputer, in case you didn't know, right? So it's in my body, right? It's in me, right? Because I repeated it more than 21 times, and 21 days to be exact is the amount of days, the minimum amount of days required for you to break a habit or create a new one, right? Right? Yeah, any habit, doesn't matter what it is. It takes 21 days of you doing something consecutive every day. On the 22nd day, it will be second nature, right? Like you'll be like, whoa, by inertia. Like, oh shit, I didn't know I was doing it. Exactly, because your body knows how to do it as well as your mind. Your body is a subconscious mind. I remember, the message is this, that was the introduction. I remember once upon a time, not so long ago, before 2020. I remember once upon a time, before the pandemic, people used to speak, right? Have you noticed that? People used to speak before. They're not saying anything anymore, right? When was the last time you were in a crowd with a lot of people, especially in the morning, right? In a train, in a bus, anything like that, right? Full of strangers, that's what I mean, right? You see, before 2020, it was rude not to say hello to a stranger. Now it's the new normal. Go figure. Before 2020, it was rude for you not to say hello to anybody on the street, bro. It was rude. Now it's, say hello to you? What the fuck are you? Exactly. But do you know why that happened? Do you know why? For how long they got you wearing the mask? For how long they got you wearing the mask? Over a year, right? And what did I just say in the beginning? It takes 21 days to create or to break a habit. Most people, more than 50% of the population, are still wearing a mask, right? They're not wearing the mask physically, but in their mind, they're still wearing a mask. That's why they're not speaking. That's why they're not saying shit, right? Because they lost their freedom of speech, bro. That was the purpose of the mask, to take the freedom of speech from you, not to protect you. There's people dying on the street and nobody gives a fuck. You think they're gonna protect you from a fucking virus? The fuck out of here, bro. Huh? I remember once upon a time, before 2020, people used to sneeze and people used to say, bless you. What happened? People are not sneezing anymore because they're afraid to sneeze, bro. People used to say, bless you. Now you sneeze and they run away. You know what that is called? PTSD, post-traumatic, what is it? PTSD, post-traumatic syndrome disorder, right? A mental illness, right? Most people are sick due to the fucking mask, bro. It's called collateral damage. That's what it's called. The aftermath. That's what it's called. Everything that I'm saying right now, I was talking about it in 2020, 2021, right? While it was happening. You don't have to go nowhere. It's on record on the channel, bro. The fuck? We speak based on facts. You know that already. I know why I'm hot because I got the facts. I know why I'm hot. I can make an equation and shit why I'm hot, right? Because I'm a star, just like you are. So, I don't know what else to tell you, but if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, right? The only thing that makes you human is your ability to feel empathy, right? And that was removed from a lot of people, right? They're not, if you're not empathetic, you're no longer human. You're a freaking machine, bro. And machines don't feel. You feel me? Love ya.